Since there's 4 persons on already, I wonder who's gonna be first.
Hi, everyone.
Brandon Akeem. Hi.
Hi.
Hello, there's somebody with your name.
Yeah, man. Happy Sunday, Claudia.
Hi, Allison. Welcome to the show. Dwayne. Dea. Hi.
meet there. That language, they're trying to make the Jamaican language into a written language.
Mm-hmm.
I wish them luck with that one.
Why?
I think it's more a spoken language. I mean, for it to be a whole body of language, so many things, the spelling has to be consistent, all of that, you know, how you do your verbs and your nouns and so on. You know, because we use the language in a kind of expressive way. Like you say, you kill it, man, you kill it. What does that mean? It means you did well, you know? That's what it means.
But isn't that English?
No, it's not. In English, you say you kill it, mean you actually kill something. It's English, but how we use the language, you know what I'm saying? You say you kill it, man. So it's like, you kill it, man. You kill it, man. All right. So
let's see what.
So Dwayne, Medea, yeah. So rough journey. Even there's a journalist who writes into the Jamaican language in the Gleaner. And for the life of me, if I read the first 2 lines, I can't read anymore.
Why?
It's very difficult to read it.
Or it's trying to like understand a foreign language.
Yeah, it is. I think it's a spoken language. I don't know about writing and reading, writing and reading. It's difficult.
Brandon wants to know any updates.
What kind of updates you want, Brandon? Tell me updates on what? What update? Claudia says she lives for this moment. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you. We do too. We look forward to it every Sunday. But you should tell us though. Tell us what you want us to discuss. Tell us, and we'll try and incorporate it into the sessions.
Gigi says Pato is not marketable, no spelled construct, right?
Exactly. So I don't think the Jamaican government should waste time on that. What they really need to do is get our children up to speed in the English language,
right?
Which is where the world has gone. I mean, you know, why you want to go back? You really want to go forward, huh?
I know, because the Asian belt, they're trying to get dual language.
Yeah, they're spending so much money to learn the English language. So why would we now step back and try to? We're already English speakers, thanks to the British, who colonized us, as they said. Because remember, we came over from Africa, we didn't speak any English. Right, so you find that the dialect that we speak now is a blend of the African and the English language that we had to adapt to because of our colonizers, which were the British.
Okay.
For the long time, which is why Jamaicans are English speaking people.
Okay.
So that's a gift from them, eh? I would say that. Because it certainly has made us more, we can blend in better with the rest of the world who speak English.
Honestly, I'm just happy I didn't have to learn Spanish to any great extent.
Me too. Started that in high school, dumped it by 4th form, said no way.
I'm happy I grew up with the language that's relatively understood by most of the world.
Yeah. The English language. So that's what we should aim to teach our children. Oh, by the way, talking about English language, I need somebody in England or Australia. If you can find this book series for me. What happens, I am going to start to teach Xander and Xavier to read now. And the book that I'm used to, which is what I taught Tony and Rachel, and which I was taught from the same book. It's called Happy Ventures, but the first one is the approach. So this one is actually book 4. I picked up this book in a little bookstore in Brownstone called, I think it's Grand Pharmacy or Great Pharmacy, something like that. But apparently the book has been discontinued. So they're no longer using these books to teach the children to read in our basic and primary schools. This is book 4, which is really for a grade 4 reader, but I want the series. So the book starts with the first book, which is called Approach, which is for like Xander and Xavier's age. And then it goes to book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4. We found the books online, but the shipping is really high from out of England. So if there's anybody watching who have these books still in your library, you want to sell them, you want to give it away, or if you're in England and we can buy the book and ship it to you when you're coming, you bring them down for us. So it's called Happy Venture Series. Is it there on the front? Yeah, Happy Venture Series.
But you have to tell them about me the book. You have to say I am Nip.
Yeah.
Here is Nip.
Yeah.
Here is Fluff. Here is Jane.
Mhm.
Here is Dick.
Right.
Right.
I think most persons know it as the Fluff and Nip book.
Fluff and Nip book.
Or something like that.
Right.
Was that really cute? I mean, I like the books, and my girls really love the books, and that's how they learn to read really fast, right? So the book builds on the word, which is why I actually love them. I understand the books were discontinued in Jamaica, because when I call the company that used to distribute the books, they tell me, oh, in Jamaica now, these books have a lot of white people, and we want the people in the book to more look like black people. I'm like, really? What difference does it make? I mean, we're all humans, right? So they have actually switched over to readers. So the actual reader that Xander has gotten for school is a book called Pam and Tim, which is a similar kind of setup, but this book now have dark-skinned children, and this book is actually out of Trinidad and Tobago. So it's not even a Jamaican book. But yeah, so I want to use both books.
Pam and
Tim side by side, because we see people, we don't see color, right? It don't matter to me what color the illustrations are.
I don't know, because Xander is going to look at this book and not easily identify with the children here.
Why not?
But they don't look like him.
They don't look like him.
So for him, reading any one of them is not going to really matter.
No, it don't matter.
Because he's going to look at that one and do identify with it
either. Yeah, you're going to look at Happy Venture, do identify. Look at this, say, what does it look like me? Same ways. It don't really matter, but I actually like this book. You know, these books were well illustrated. Happy Venture series. Anybody used to read this book in school? This is what my mother, I used to have in basic school. I used to jump up on the bed and she said, Claudia, come read for me. Come read for me. Oh, G4 says $28 and shipping $10.50.
Right.
But that's if I ship it to Jamaica directly.
No, you're not going to pay $10 if you ship it to Jamaica directly from England. You're going to pay about $50.
$50 directly from England.
G4 is probably saying probably to ship to him is that cost.
Oh, G4, where are you? You're in England? The Happy Venture, the Approach, you found it? Approach. And I have Approach, which is what the kindergarten kids use. And they have book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4. So I have book 4 already. So I really need the Approach and book 1, book 2, book 3. I'm going to teach them to read these books real fast, you know?
We got a few questions. Let me just check to see what they are. 1 moment. Okay. All right, let's go back to the top. Okay.
Brandon, Alice, Claudia, Dwayne, G4.
Kendrick
is here. I'm still looking for a house. Brandon, where are you looking for a house? What price?
Hi,
Were you the one
future.
looking for house for 17 or 18? Was it? Brandon? Future is here. Hope. Hi, Hope.
Okay, Victoria says, pleasant afternoon to you both. Please tell me how subdivision of land works through NHD.
Well, I know NHT had a subdivision of land section where you bought the land. So 9 of you, I think it was, could buy the land, and then they would lend you monies or something like that to subdivide. Tony's gonna look it up if they still have it on the website. Yeah, so NHT does allow 9 of you to use your NHT money, of course, your 3.5 million. So 9 of you, suppose you find a land for 9 of you. Suppose you find a land for 30 million, and 9 of you getting 3.5. They would borrow the 30 million. Of course, you would pay the mortgage on whatever that is. And you would now proceed to do the subdivision. So yes, NHT does that, does afford you to do that. The challenge why most persons don't do that is the same problem of working together. Don't want to work as a team. Afraid that you're not going to scam on one another or whatever it is.
Oh, this
But
is
it's
interesting.
there.
It's here.
It's there. Yeah. All right. Let's bring it up on the screen. So we're gonna go to the NHT. Victoria, thanks for asking the question. Remember, if you can let me know at 2926776 if you have any particular topic that you want us to discuss when we come on onto the live. Or send them to. Is that the best phone number to send them to? What's the new phone number when I lost my phone? You remember? Oh, but it don't have WhatsApp yet either. But it have text messaging.
It's probably easier to just put WhatsApp on it.
Oh, them change it. All right, let's share it. So we're gonna share it now.
One moment.
Hold on. Let me just make sure you're seeing it.
All right. So here.
And that sounds like one of those clips. Oh, but I don't hear no crying. All right. So are they seeing the screen?
Yes.
Are you sure? Thumbs up if you're seeing the screen. So apparently they're calling it Bill 9 loan. The facility allows up to 27 qualified contributors. Wow. Thought it was 9. So apparently they're calling it Bill 9 loan. The facility allows up to 27 qualified contributors to jointly access loans to buy a single parcel of land that can be subdivided into a minimum of 3 to a maximum of 9 lots and build their houses on the lots. Really? Now, why did they put it like that? Because if you can only do 9 lots, it means 3 of you will have to share a lot.
Maybe an apartment.
But it doesn't have to be 27 of you. No, it's not an apartment you're putting up. This is subdivision of land, everybody. So ignore what Tony says. This is not no apartment you're putting up.
So why would they allow
this is subdivision
27 people to divide a land into 9 lots?
Right.
How is that? How?
Because maybe 3 of you are family members and you can sit on 1 lot, right? No, it doesn't have to be 27. It can be 9 persons too. Who buy and subdivide into 9 lots. But they're telling you the minimum is 3 lots and the maximum is 9. So it can be 3 of you that find a lot. Sorry, are subdivided into 3. It can be 6 of you that find a lot and subdivided. But the maximum is 27 qualified contributors and the maximum lots is 9. All right. Build 9 is best suited to contributors who have identified land for sale but are unable to afford the full purchase price on their own. By joining with other contributors, they will all share the cost to buy the land, subdivide the land into individual lots, install infrastructure such as water, electricity, and roads, and obtain the splinter titles for each lot. The NHT will finance the infrastructure cost of the land, provided that
a minimum of what? 3 persons must join?
Yeah. The parish council does not object to the subdivision. 1. Applicants meet all the usual loan eligibility criteria, which means You must not own any house. That's the main criteria. You must own any house, and you must not have gotten any loan from NHT. Provide an estimate of infrastructure cost from a qualified quantity surveyor. That cost is after you get your subdivision approval. Provide a letter of undertaking from the purchaser's attorney indicating that she has applied or will apply for splinter titles and will furnish same. Now you apply for splinter titles after you put in the roads, the light, the water, and so on, right? As soon as they become available. And the development is approved by the NHT's technical team. Interested in Bill 9? Contact us 929-6500 to 9. It's doable, guys. It is doable. But to find the people now who have the NHT, I suggest you do it as a family. So if 5, 6 of your family, the hardest part of this is to find the land. Would you say that's the hardest part? Maybe because I know to do the subdivision. So I kind of know all the steps. Those of you who have never done a subdivision may find this a bit tedious, but it is not. The hardest part of this is to find the land. Who agrees with me or who disagrees with me?
I disagree with you.
You disagree?
Hardest part is convincing your 4 adult family members
Oh,
to join this.
Oh, yes. That's going to be the hardest part.
First of all, I don't want to live so close to you.
Yeah. All right. So let us say friends then. Get 4 or 5 up to what? 27 qualified contributors.
I don't get it. Why would you have 25 and only divide it into a maximum of 9 lots?
You know why? Can't tell you easy. You know. NHT don't want you make no money off them. Them don't want you have no land for sale.
Just enough to live.
Just enough to live. And them don't want you make any money, guys. That is the truth. Let me just tell you that from now. And of course, I don't even think them really want to give you no money. Because when you're going to put up 27 qualified contributors. But as I said, don't look on the 27. Can be 3 of you, 27 qualified contributors to jointly access loans to buy a single parcel of land that can be subdivided into a minimum of 3 to a maximum of 9. So 3 of you could actually find the land and subdivide it into 9 lots.
You think so?
Yes. Yes. It not stop you based on what this says, you know. Based on what it says. It allows up to 27. So it could be 3. It could be 2. It could be 2 of you come together.
No. It says, hold on. Divide into a minimum of 3 to 9 lots. 3 to 9 lots.
3 to a maximum of 9. Okay. So I'm interpreting this to mean 10 of you could come together, or 6 of you could come together. Distribute it into 9 lots. Each of you take a lot and you sell the other 3 lots. Guys, that's a business opportunity for you if you want to run with it. But as Tony says, I said the hard part is to find the land. No. Tony said no. She said the hard part is to convince.
Because land is out there, you can easily find land.
Yeah, a whole heap of work though. When we were looking for land, it was always a whole heap of work.
Really?
But
we found it on the first try. We just gave ourselves a lot of work afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards. We found the land the first time we drove out. We just never decide on it till, you know, when we decide on it till somebody box it out of our mouth, put in an offer. And then when that person offer fell through, that's when we realized, oh, we just need to jump on this and go get it.
What happened because we're unprepared. You say if you're going to do this, mommy,
yeah,
you have to identify the people.
Yes.
You have to have an account and to everybody we need to put whatever we think going to be the starting off for infrastructure. And you say $1 million, right?
$1 million each. So you start out with 30 million. No, 27 million.
Right. Mm-hmm. Put that down in the account. And then the 27 of you go and look for the land.
Then you go and look for the land.
Then you go and look for the land.
So you might find a land for 20 million and you still have 7 million. So you can probably do little infrastructure. But NHT, that 27 million is really for the infrastructure because NHT is going to lend you the money to buy the land.
Right.
Right. Based on your qualifications.
And even though they don't say it here, but you really need to know you paid for the infrastructure. Because what's the point of just having the land?
Right. You're going to have to. But you can go borrow again for the infrastructure. You know? Although it's a little tricky. Because NHT have the title.
Right, you have to have a little money.
You have to have the money, yeah. So NHT is gonna have a title, so it's gonna be tricky to borrow against that title. Because usually as developers, what we will do is we'll buy the land cash, right? Then no. we would go to the bank and say, hey, we have a subdivision, we have 10 people want to buy it already, and so on. The bank say, okay, fine, we give you the seed money, and they'll lend us the funds. But the lien is on that title that is free and clear.
Right.
But in this case, NHT is actually going to give you the money. But it says, what you're forgetting, Tony, it says the NHT will finance the infrastructure cost of the land. However, it's going to be financed within that 3.5 million that each person is getting. So the trick is to really find a land where each of you only probably use maybe 2 million out of the land.
Still have to build a house.
Wait, no, there's more money to build a house. Remember, 7.5 if you're building a house.
Mm-hmm.
So you have another 4 million to go build a house. Talking about land, even though you own land, you can take your 4 million. You don't have to go build on that land. You can take your 4 million and go buy a house. Because as long as it's only land you have, NHT will lend you the other 4. Suppose you find a house of 4 million. You don't have to build on that land that you're subdividing up. You can take the 4 million and go buy a house. I think. Somebody test NHT on that, please. So NHT is going to finance the infrastructure, but what you're going to need money for, guys, up front. They must finance the infrastructure cost of the land, right? So they're not financing the engineer that you're going to need, the surveyor that you're going to need, the people that you're going to have to pay to do things. So like
quantity survey is different from the land survey
too, right? So it's 3 professionals in this,
and the lawyer.
And the lawyer is different. So yes, you have to have a little cash.
Mm-hmm.
But tell us what you think.
And you still have to deposit on the land, so you need your 5% of whatever this land costs.
Yeah, you need your 5%. So Tony, let's see. Let's go back to YouTube Live. I want to see what you guys think. You think this is a good thing? Is it doable? Can you get the people together? And they didn't stipulate that you have to be family members. When you're buying a house, though, they want you now to be family members because you have to live in a house. You have to live together, right? But with this now, it sounds to me like they are saying 27 friends could get together. I wonder if they're going to allow me to use my $2.5 million loan with them off a minute. I'm going to want to take.
But the rules on that are clear.
15 plus loan. 15 plus loan. Let's go to 15 plus loan. Let me see what that's saying now. Maybe they change the rules.
Somebody's asking, what is the procedure to subdivide land?
Boy, I forgot to jump in on my class for that. I'm thinking of doing a paid class where I teach how to subdivide land.
From start to finish.
From start to finish. It's a little tedious, but once you learn it, guys. And the thing is, there's no book that is going to teach you this, right? This is something you have to learn by doing. Do it on the ground. That's how you learn it, right? Something you have to learn. Tell me how many of you would be interested in a course like that. How to teach you how to subdivide land. Now I know the rich people are not going to teach you. They're subdividing the lands and they want you to come and buy. They're not going to teach you. So it's maybe somebody poor like me who would teach you how to do.
There's a question.
So tell me if you would pay to come on the course to learn how to subdivide land. I want a group we should put a group together to test this NHT, Tony, because we can't find the land easily.
So you need a group with persons
who have never purchased a property,
who's willing to take on the goal of buying together and subdividing.
Right.
We need a strong leader.
You mean like me? So it has to be about, I would say, minimum 6, maximum 9.
Unless they're couples, because maybe everybody come with their husband and wife.
Yeah. Some people going couple up together, husband and wife, mother and daughter, 2 sisters.
Right.
Whatever it is.
So your 9 might actually be 18 persons.
Right. And it would be best to find a land where you don't need to put in any roads. That's why we find land and we just subdivide it without putting any roads because they have a long road frontage, you know?
Yeah.
So it would be good to find land like
It would
that.
it would be good to test this theory in actuality,
In real
in
life.
real life, to really see what it is NHT is looking for and what is the process that happens with NHT through this.
I know the process. 6 of you come together, tell NHT you're buying 2 acres of land or 4 acres of land, and you want to subdivide it at the end for the 4 of you or the 6 of you. Remember, it can't subdivide no more than 9 lots. So I wouldn't take more than 9 as a group. So it can be 27 persons, but it must be 3 on each 3. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you find the land, you declare that's what you're doing. NHT is now going to, so let us say 6 of you, and the land is 18 million. NHT is going to say 18 divided by 6. How much that? 3 million. The math's right. 6 3 is 18. Yes. 18 divided by 6, 3 million. So each of you will use 3 million out of your 3.5 million to buy the land.
Yeah.
Now the 500,000 is left. 500,000 times 6 is how much? So like 2 million. No, 2.5. 3 million. So 3 million is left. That 3 million, you can borrow that from NHG for your infrastructure, like your roads, your light, your water, which is what I'm saying. Is
$3 million can reasonably do infrastructure?
No, not if you have road. If you don't have road, that's what I say. If you can find something that you don't need to put in any road, and it's just electricity and put in the pipeline, connect each home, each lot to the pipe, the main pipe.
The sewage?
The sewage, not the sewage. The main pipe. Sewage going to be on them land, more than likely. You don't want sewage either. You want 10,000 square foot lots where each person have their own sewage.
In the backyard. Okay.
Right. 6,000 up. 6,000 square foot lots up where each person have their own sewage. So this smaller group, you're going to need a property with a long road frontage where you're just cutting it up into 6 down the line. So you don't have road to deal with. Road is the most expensive thing that is part of this infrastructure.
They don't have I know you have road and they have road. You can't do road.
I mean road.
So aren't there cheaper alternatives to the paved road that we have?
To asphalt road?
Yeah.
We have gravel road, I have concrete road. But NHT want proper something coming, but if you default on the loan, they have to sell it back.
So what, a concrete road is not a proper road?
I don't think concrete road is, I don't know if concrete road is cheaper, because I haven't seen, where did I see them put a concrete road? In Flatbridge. I think that's the only place I've seen them put concrete road. So
we
obviously
were in Gates of Edgehill and those have concrete roads.
No, them change them to asphalt now.
They change them?
Yeah.
Oh.
So therefore, I guess it wasn't working out with the red dirt, something. I don't know. It's probably why.
Oh.
But thinking, guys, I'm thinking, yeah, it have to have a road frontage. But it's only 9 lots. So 27 of you have to be 9 families so that each of you get a lot. Can we find... And then it's going to take us a while to find the land.
No, it's not.
I actually sold a lot in Salem. We'd have to put in a road. Have we sold any property recently where we wouldn't have put in a road? We could have just subdivided. You can do it to 2 persons, 2 in a guy. So if you find a half acre and it's on a corner, you can subdivide it in 2, and 2 of you would take the loan. But you wouldn't need an HT loan for subdivide that in a 2. Kind of no. Chances are if it's up on a corner, it already have light near to it, water, road. No, you wouldn't need an HT for that. You just buy the land. But you would still tell NHT because you want them to cooperate in you splintering the title. You don't want them to cooperate with that.
I really would love to know how much of the money NHT giving you for the subdivision, the infrastructure though.
Depends on what your quantity say. You mean if it's separate on outside of your 3.5?
Yeah.
I don't think so. They can't go outside of your 3.5.
Really?
It has to be within. I think it has to be. Could we read any further? That was the end of it.
That was the end of it.
I think it has to be within 3.5. We need somebody to test it. Um, gosh, where am I gonna find people who don't use an NHT yet? Who would want to really do this?
uh,
All right, Brandon says he's still looking for a host. Maybe Brandon tell us down the line. So that we did a lot on that on the NHT. Oh, Tony, I wanted to check my NHT 15 plus, Maybe they would allow me to do something like
G4 said Pato don't need to be taught, it's easily caught.
Yes, G4. Yes, up there. It's easily caught. True. Well, I'm gonna tell them people, them literary people here. These what they call those people in academias or something like that. Go and tell them them would want to teach a picnic peer pato in a school. Please get with it, guys.
Wisdom says, hi ladies, what are the prices of land in Belvedere Heavenly Heights in Red Hill, St. Andrew?
Last time, about 25 million was all I do, sir. We went up there.
It was 25? Why did I think it was more closer to 30?
30 million. All right, Tony, go and check that for you.
I'm going to check.
See if any selling. G4s at 28 plus $10. All right, for those of you just coming on, try to find this book, Happy Ventures. I want to use it with Xander and Xavier, teach him to read. Happy Ventures, the approach book, which is the first one. So this one is book 4. I picked this up at a bookstore in Brownstown, but Jamaica have stopped bringing in the books. Books are used in England and Australia. I found them online, but to ship them here is high. So if I have anybody here who lives in England who I can ship it to, and then somebody coming down who could just bring the books for me, our number is 292-6776, or you can WhatsApp Tony Anto at 370-8138. Or if you have the book in your library, you don't want it, let us know. If you're selling it, or buy it off you. Book is a Happy Venture series, and the one I really need right now is the one called Approach. And I'll buy book 1, book 2, book 3 as well. I already have book 4. All right, thank you. People are drawn to kindred spirits. Others who like them, it creates a feeling of belonging. It's quite normal. Yes, we're humans, but we all see color and appreciate its beauty and uniqueness.
All right, you're right, 25 million.
25 million. Whoever asked about Heavenly Heights, you have one you want to sell? Call us. I have a deja vu with Heavenly Heights because I looked at that property very early up in the day. The owner sent me there to look at it, to sell it, and I never ever did go and sell the property. It'll be nice though. And they did widen the roads and so on. And I think the Belvedere roads should by now have been repaired. So it should be an easy breeze to get up there now. When does the book club begin? When did we say it was starting again?
I'm not sure. Did we set a date? I don't remember setting a date.
We can't set a date now. Okay. Let's set a date for somewhere in September. First, when is your birthday in September? The 12th?
The 2nd.
Oh, the 2nd. Who born the 12th?
Uncle.
Oh, yeah, uncle born the 12th. So my brother born the 12th and Tony born the 2nd. Look at your calendar.
The September.
It's gonna be on a Sunday.
The calendar you need. Is it C for calendar?
Calendar.
Move to September. Oh, Sunday is my birthday. No, that's Saturday. Sunday's the 3rd.
So let's start on the 3rd.
September 3rd.
We're starting at 2.
Book club. Which book we're starting with?
We're starting with The Richest Man in Babylon. Make sure you buy a book. Suppose you can get it in audio too, right, Tony? On Amazon.
I can check.
Amazon have the coolest thing that I just discovered. What is it called again?
Audible.
Audible. Guys, you can literally just lie down for your bed and listen to the book. Somebody read the book for you. Cute, nice. Audible. And you get through the book faster when the Audible is reading it for you too. So you can buy the Audible. You can just buy a subscription to Audible, right?
Right, and then if the book is available.
And if the book is available.
It costs maybe 1 or 2 credits.
What do you mean 1 or 2 credits? How you get the credit?
Well, you get the you sign up a subscription and you get the first book, right? And if you want like a second book, it's based on credits. So if you have credits,
how you get credits? By doing what?
You can use the service or buy the credit.
Oh, so it's cheaper than buying the book.
Yeah.
Well, unless you want.
It only works out cheaper if you're an avid reader or listener in this case, and you're $14 per month subscription. You're probably reading about
10, 50
books per
maybe
month.
5 books per month.
Right, because each book is going to cost you maybe about $10.
Right. So, but even better than that, the $14 I think is worth it. So even if you want to do one book
every
month, it's worth it because it comes with the Audible. So you can listen to it while you're driving, which is what we do. So you drop it in your Bluetooth on your speaker on your car. You can listen to it when you're in the shower, when you're cooking, anything. It just makes it easier for you to read the book than to set a time aside to read the book. You get through the books faster that way, right? So it's worth it. That $14 is worth it. It's one of those that's worth it. So the book is called The Richest Man in Babylon. Do you have the book nearby? Can I show them?
Looks here like somebody did read it. But this is gonna cost you out of subscription. It's not one of the books that's in subscription.
What does that mean? It's not on Audible.
It's on Audible, but not in your subscription. Not all books are in the subscription.
Oh. So what's the cost for Audible?
So to get this one in Audible, which is The Richest Man in Babylon, it's for $12.
$12 in Audible.
Right.
And what's the cost of the book itself normally?
But somebody has it here for $10.
Right.
But you can get this version in Audible for $10 too.
For $10.
Yeah. So what happens is different persons do different audio versions of it. So it really depends on which one.
All right. So Monica, we'll start on the 3rd, you said, Tony?
Yeah. September
3rd. All right.
Mark the calendars, everyone.
Well, those who want to be in the book club.
And we're starting at 2. So you're going to do 2 to 3, and then we come on for live for 3.
I think we need a break in between. Louis, you have to come on live at 3. So you may want to start a book club there 1:45. Finish that 2:45.
Okay, so we're saying 1:45. Okay.
Dwayne says, thanks to you ladies, I managed to pay my outstanding land tax from 2019 online. Easy peasy. Yeah, Dwayne.
Wonderful.
Great, that's great. Jamaica government need the money. No, not 9. They said a minimum of 3.
Okay, minimum of 3 persons or something like that.
Minimum of 3 persons, up to a maximum of 27.
Or is it a minimum to divide the minimum of 3 persons? Okay.
Hi, Sophia, for Christ. Good to see you too. I see a pretty picture right there. All right, so what is the procedure to subdivide land? Oh, we're saying that we'd probably write a course on it, G4. Tell me how much you would pay me.
Soul Track says, good afternoon. The hardest is pull them out when you're ready to start.
Yes, Soul Tracks. What? I don't know. Maybe the book club might find some people who test it. So those of you who have not yet used your NHT, you might want to jump into the book club. Because that's usually where we meet the people still and come together.
And you know what I'm thinking, Mom? This subdivision thing for NHT might work for an older person.
Who what? Older meaning what?
Meaning someone who they're contributing NHT for years, right? But they haven't had anybody to join with or anything like that. And because of the prices today, you necessarily wouldn't be able to buy something on your own.
Right.
So it'd be good to get in lower by joining with someone or a group.
But again, we have to find a land that have the road frontage. And then what might be the trick is some people want Clarendon, some want Portland, some want Kingston,
But you know, I'm thinking if you do this with a overseas group, like persons overseas who haven't used their NHT, but they have bought their houses maybe in Canada or England or something, but they haven't access to NHT as well. Can they still access it here? or does it exclude you because you've purchased in the States?
No, man. If once you have the NHT,
once you have the NHT.
Yeah, once you qualify for your NHT, that's how you can use the NHT to do this.
Okay.
You have to be an NHT contributor who have never used them NHT, don't own any house.
Right, so I'm saying, does it exclude if you purchased overseas?
Oh, that I don't know. We'd have to test the NHT on that. We'd have to test NHT on that. So, Blade Ceiling Fan says, yes, I'm interested in the class. Write that down, Tony. Do you have access to find that Blade Ceiling Fan afterwards?
No, I'd have to search it up. Search and then find his YouTube page.
His YouTube page. 3 Blade Ceiling Fan. So we're just gonna write it down. Sophia for Christ. What you can also do is send me my WhatsApp can get so full up, but right now, send me the WhatsApp message and say I'm interested in the class.
Subdivision
of land class, not anything else, just that.
Half of Ferngully going to Otorius is concrete.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Also, Dwayne to sign me up too. You write down Dwayne. So you have Dwayne and you have Sophia for Christ. So this course would have to be online, and then we would have to probably do a you have to do some practical thing, guys. So maybe
a 1 day practical.
1 or 2 day we'll actually go out and look at lands that possibly can be subdivided, and you look at how you
it'd be nice
figure out which lands can be subdivided and
show them how to do the pencil paper subdivision. Because before the architect or draft person or surveyor puts it on his AutoCAD thingy, they actually draw it on paper first. Yeah. This is subdivision. Yeah, that's what okay, this is what it actually can look like.
That is what I do too, but like right now, there is this 4 acres. That's for subdivision. I have drawn that thing so many times.
I know, I think one time I saw 9 lots and then I saw like 14 lots,
then 18 lots. I've drawn it so many times because I can't sit down and draw those things for hours, guys. Or to draw a house. That's just me. Fun. I just like doing that. When you learn it, you will like it too.
The book is also there on YouTube. Yeah. Okay, so that's good.
Which book?
I guess he's saying The Richest Man in Babylon.
On YouTube. That's how I've listened to it. Send us a link, Dwayne. Or can he put the link in here?
Yeah, I don't see why not. A link from YouTube to YouTube. A link be fine.
Mm-hmm. Put the link in the chat. I'll send it to my phone so that we can we'll probably just use that in the book club.
All right. Ms. Davis, what happened to the Jamaican housing market in the last economic downturn in the US? What happened to housing prices in Jamaica during this time?
The last one, what year are you talking about? The last economic downturn in the US. We've had so many. Which time of the year are you talking about? Like I said, from X to X. Give me the 2-year period that you're talking about.
Maybe you're talking about the one that we just went through.
Make him tell me the year. I'm not sure. Dwayne says, no, Blade Ceiling Fan says,
I missed the tax payment class. Can you tell me what are the steps I need to share with others on how to check it?
Which property tax? But Tony have a video on property tax.
I think so, yes. So we did it, I think maybe 2 classes ago, or was it last class?
I don't remember. But Tony and there's a video on tax on my, what do they type in? Just type in property tax?
Yeah, I'll find it and share it.
She's gonna share it. But the steps are, you go to the Jamaica tax portal. What's it called? Tax Administration Jamaica?
JamaicaTax.gov.jm.
JamaicaTax.gov.jm. Go to that website. Then you're going to do what? I try to remember.
Register. Register first. But you're gonna need your property tax number.
So you have your property tax number. Register first, and then on the very front page, it says property tax. Pay here or something like that.
Yeah.
And you click on it, and then you just go in and pay it. I'm interested in the land subdivision class. Write that down. That's T.Y. Smith. when you WhatsApp me your number, email address, remember to give me your handle on the YouTube. So that's how I'm gonna connect you to. Because I'm sure a lot of you using not using a correct name. Hey, can a person get a house? Please can you show the book? You found it? Alright, when you finish with that, you can just check. Somebody asked me to show them the book.
Which book?
Richest Man in Babylon. But I have the old
But
version.
you don't have a cover on your book.
I don't have a cover. This is a book. Tony, go and go to Amazon and show you. I don't need to know. It is by George S. Clayson. Clayson. Clason. George S. Clayson. Richest Man in Babylon. My grandson Xander tore off the cover of the book. We saved it in but for the life of me, I can't find it to paste it on back.
You saved it?
Yeah. Aline, he has a quote on the very first in page. It says, "A lean purse is easier to cure than to endure." You hear that? A lean purse is easier to cure than to endure.
I know, suffering real when you don't have any money.
Suffering when you don't have no money, rough, guys.
It's easier to get up and go find work.
Of course, easier to get up and go get money. So if you go on Amazon or YouTube, did the person put the link in here? But I was saying YouTube, but buy your books here. I like buying my books now. See there, Claudia Davis, 1988. Sit on the side.
What's nice is
Claudia
because we
Davis.
have the book and the audio. It's nice to follow along too.
Yeah.
You can make notes.
When you have the book and the audio together.
1988.
That's when I bought the book. 1988 changed my life forever.
I think it should be one of those books that children study in high school before you leave out.
Yeah.
In that development class that they always make you take.
Mm-hmm. I was 22 years old and I bought this book. And by age 23, I was buying a house. This book. Tell you, so you must go buy a house. It actually says it. It says, "Make thy dwelling a profitable investment." Which chapter it says it in again? Oh, gee. It says it. Make thy dwelling a profitable investment. Oh my God. But when you read it, guys, you will see it. When you read it, it is the fifth cure. Yeah, page 47 in my book. Make thy dwelling a profitable investment. It says, "All too many of our men of Babylon do raise their families in unseemly quarters. They do pay to exacting landlords liberal rentals for rooms where their wives have not a spot to raise the blooms that gladden a woman's heart, and their children have no place to play their games except in unclean alleys. No man's family can fully enjoy life unless they do have a plot of ground wherein children can play in the clean earth, and where the wife may raise not only blooms, but good rich herbs to feed our family. To a man's heart, it brings gladness to eat the figs from his own trees and the grapes from his own vines, to his own domicile, and to have it a place he's proud to care for. Putteth confidence in his heart and greater effort behind all his endeavors. Therefore, I do recommend that every man own the roof that sheltereth him and his." The book tell you guys, see here, it is the fifth cure. So this book is about 7 cure for a real lean purse, meaning a pocket that don't have no money, or a purse that don't have any money. It's kind of written in old style Babylonian talking, so you understand the gist of it. So this page 47, the fifth cure to a lean purse. See, just read a little part of it. But tell you, say, you must, I recommend that every man own the roof that shelters him and his. Tell you if you can buy a house. Tell you. I took it out and go buy a house. So it worked.
Yeah, because that was 1980 something. When did you buy your house?
1989, and I moved in January 1, 1990.
Took it to heart.
Took it to heart. With buying the house and the real estate, you can bank on it. And that's what we're doing today, actually. So do not go away. We're gonna do land banking today. I'm just waiting to get through some of these questions.
Okay.
So Tony's putting the link to the steps to pay property tax. Blade ceiling fan. So Val, I just showed you the book, Richest Man in Babylon. If you don't read no other book, guys, I'm gonna make sure you go read that book there. Make sure you read the book.
Scrolling.
Next question says, you pass a question. Where? Are you writing the people who ask? T.Y. Smith says he's interested in the class.
Yeah, man, I am.
Can one person get a house to buy from the bank? Of course. Oh, you mean the foreclosure houses? Yes, you can. Are you talking private treaty? I remember I explained the difference to you.
What was the question?
She says, can one person get a house to buy from the bank? Meaning the bank has foreclosed on somebody, or the bank is selling private treaty? Yes, you can.
Is that what she's asking?
All right, so Blade Ceiling Fan says, what's my email? So my email is my name spelled backwards. So my name is Claudia Davis. So my email is Sivad, which is Davis spelled backwards. So it is SIVAD dot Claudia, CLAUDIA at gmail.com. You want to type it? Joseph says yes. I'm not sure what Joseph says yes to. Wisdom 2008. All right, 2008 was a Fannie Mae. Okay. Fannie Mae Bernie Mac. Oh God! Somebody in the States tell me it was two mortgage houses, Fannie Mae and Fannie Mae is what I remember. So 2008, yes, we had a downturn as well in real estate. But even more so, that was when we had the Olint Cash Plus saga, I call it, where they were telling persons to come and...
Oh, see here? In 2008, Fannie and Freddie lost a combine of $47 million in their single-family mortgage business, forcing companies to dig deep into their capital reserves. Nearly half of those losses came from ALTA loans.
Mm-hmm. Fannie Mae and... What company name?
Freddie Mac. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are the names of the people.
Right. So that's what happened. So I think it's also had something to do with subprime mortgages, the loan to people who couldn't afford to pay. And then they started defaulting on the loans, and all hell break loose. In Jamaica, what we had a downturn too. That was more. So type in cash plus only. I think it was 2006. Started, I think, 2006, 2008, I think. So we had a depression because persons were now, them sell property or them sell them car, put it on this cash plus only to get 10% interest every month. And they even started trying to buy properties. But when it all came tumbling down, them couldn't close on the properties anymore. And of course, you know that go.
Somebody wrote an article.
Mm-hmm. What year was the article written?
2015. I think they wrote it after the fact.
Egerton Chang. I know Egerton Chang. Oh.
May Daisy.
All right. It's too long for us to read, but go and read it. It says a Ponzi scheme.
The cash lint or lint?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it definitely was a Ponzi scheme at that time, which I mean, I'm not into those things. I'm solidly a real estate
Yeah, but
person.
that's now. But back then, you didn't put any money on this little thing.
No, sir. Why? Oh yeah, what you gonna do for give me 10% a month? If the bank can't do it, how you gonna do it? How somebody tell me how? What you gonna say? Drugs? At the time, I think they were saying they were doing the forex market, foreign exchange market. But if it was that easy, everybody would be rich.
Yeah, but maybe they knew some. Well, obviously they didn't know anything that you never know.
Yeah, they probably didn't. It's a long article though. You want to put it up? All right. So it was written by, so you can look up All Int, Cash Plus, and the Dangers of Greed, published May 15, 2015 by Egerton Chang. Egerton, Egerton Chang. I know Egerton, Mr. Egerton Chang.
I know. All I did was type Cash Plus All In, and his was the first Gleaner article
that came up. Right. So he wrote this in 2015, but this is after the fact. But that was basically part of our problems in 2008.
So we experienced this crash while Fannie Mae was experiencing their crash.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that's a planned business. Like you were experiencing a crash, and then all of a sudden we experiencing crash.
Yeah, because the All Int, I think, so started like 2004. People invest money and I'll get back 10% or whatever. But by 2006, 7, 8, it start all come tumbling down because a Ponzi scheme. They might take your money for pay me and my money for pay Tom and so on and so forth. Them can't really keep up with not 10% per month. So if you give them $1 million, they might give back 100,000 a month. Or they might keep up with that. What they might sell for give that?
They're playing the stock market.
I don't know about that. I loved reading as a child.
That's Zanake.
So Horace, you can write down Horace too. Horace says he's interested in land subdivision course. We're gonna do it online, Horace. Zanake.
Marilyn Scott says, good evening. Hi, Marilyn.
Susanna K, have a question. She said, okay, not a question, a comment. You love reading as a child and continue into adulthood. I buy books to this day. Yes, me too. My mother was a stickler for books. You see, I know. We went and bought Xander's books last week. Man, the people them want me for 28,000.
For someone who does
for
not
a kid
write,
who's 2-year-old, who don't write, who don't read,
who don't spell.
I'm like 28,000, and we did not get everything on the list.
I hope that as if it's just coloring books you bought.
Yeah, we didn't get everything on the list, guys. I just think it's an overkill for a 2-year-old. He's gonna just mark up these books and whatever. But I said to my daughter, I said, Rachel Boo, you make sure you write every name on the book, and if the books are left at school, we must get back those books because we have to use the books with it.
What happened to the books last semester? You have to go through those.
You have to go through those. So I'm thinking the 28, come on, school system, 28,000 for a 2-year-old, and we didn't buy everything on the list. It's crazy. I think it's crazy.
Yeah, but some of the things on the list is for the teacher, man.
Why am I buying stuff for the teacher? That's the Ministry of Education. That's not me.
Oh, you know the ministry can't afford everything.
People are ask white name, dry erase marker that we use in our office.
That's for the teacher.
Dry erase marker. Yeah, Tony, you're right. It's for the teacher. But she need 28 one and 28 dry erase marker. But anyway, I think it's an overkill. No,
but I feel like they really don't need so much book to teach ABC.
I don't think so. I don't think so. And I think it is more of a
They just tell it to bring a tablet cover, put the ABC on it.
Or maybe the same dry erase. You use a lot of scrapbook and
but back in the day, Mom, children used to have their personal little chalkboard.
Yeah.
And used to write everything on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy Xander one of those.
For the teacher.
He has a whiteboard now, but I'm gonna buy him back a chalkboard. We never had that. My kids had that, so yeah, we need that back. But man, 28,000 floor me. I not tell a lie. I go into this place and I think say, all right, a little 10,000 with it.
Yeah, because I think these books are like a little $1,000, $500.
Let me see this one. How much was this one? Oh, the price not on it.
Oh, the book's going so fast they can't put price
Them
on
can't
it.
put price on the book. Yeah, because this was one. This is supposed to be his reading book. So what me I say? No, sir.
But I can't Alexander ready for reading.
They're almost ready.
It seems so little.
I'm ready. Then him account, him recognize numbers already.
They recognize ABC too.
Yeah, him recognize ABC and him recognize colors too. So the school is a good school. I must say, I must give the school credit, because when I see this kid counting and actually know that this is 5 things, actually know that this is 3 things, say, wow, teacher them really know them things. So I'm not going to teach ahead of the teachers. The only thing I will do is do the reading, because I must get him reading before he hits the grade 1, because that's my aim with my children. Get them to read. Reading is important. Get them to read to know that it's fun to read. That's what my mother did. It's fun, right? Read on your own, any book, anywhere. Once a child can read, the rest is history. Also, I want to teach him how to add and subtract in his head, which is what I did with my kids. My father, who ran a bar, that's how he taught me. You couldn't take out a pen and a book and to make change in the bar. You had to make the change in your head. So that is my goal. I will just teach him to read and teach him to add and subtract in his head, the number system on a whole. When both of them have that, my work is done. My other part of the work now is just to encourage and to make sure that they do their homework, for one, because the trick is in the homework, guys. That's a lot of persons don't realize. Now, the thing with the school system, at least in Jamaica, I don't know about anywhere else. The trick is the extra lesson and the homework. Those 2 things you have to have part.
But at age 3?
Yeah. So once the teacher say, yeah, we have extra lesson, put your child in the extra lesson. Just pay the money. Put the kid in the extra lesson. May I tell you?
It saves you some headache.
It saves you some headache. And trust me, the teacher will now have this kid one-on-one and can say, mother, this child need help with the spelling and this child need whatever. And then when you go home now, the homework, if you not control the homework and make sure it gets done, the kid are going to get left behind. That may I tell you now. So I can't stay there. The extra lesson, the homework, very, very important.
Wisdom is asking, could you explain what is private treaty? I missed it.
All right. So there are 3 stages to this.
Sorry.
The first one is auction. You have a bank loan for a lien on the property you have. You don't pay the loan after 3 months. Now the trick to this loan thing, say if you miss the first month, them all right, you miss the second month, you can still pay. But the 3rd month, you miss the 3rd month, you're not problem now. They're gonna get ready to send you to auction. However, everybody, what you do, because it has happened to me, the same thing, the very first house I bought in 1989. I ended up in problems with the mortgage because the inflation started running by 1994. That was when the inflation started to just run with you, where everything I raise, everything going up. Your mortgage are the same, but everything I go up around you. So, little money now, can't do everything. But when I realized the lady who came to me from Victoria Mutual actually come and visit the house, find out what was going on, why the mortgage was paid and so on. She said to me, as long as you keep it under the 3 months, you won't be auctioned. So even if you not pay a month, 1 month you miss, 2 months you miss, just keep paying the next month so that you stay under them radar for the 3 months. Once you're over the 3 months, and it says it in document too, once you're over the 3 months, they're going to auction. So auction is step 1 wisdom. That's auction. And I also have an auctioneer license, I should tell you, but I don't really do auctions. I have this thing with auctions. I just don't like to take over people's house, right?
Because you want to put people in houses, not take them over.
Yeah, that's just my little thing. So that's step 1 wisdom. Then you have step 2. So it goes to auction. Nobody bids on it and win the bid. Now it goes to private treaty. So private treaty now, in our layman's term, is where you now can put in an offer to the bank or the lending institution for the property. Now, at auction and private treaty, I usually see people bid up those as outside of the value of the property because they really want it, right? So you put in an offer now to the bank. So that's where real estate agents get involved as well. That is those who do have an auction license. So real estate agents like myself who have an auction license, we can run an auction. So you come to our auction, you bid, you win the bid, you get the document, same time, sale agreement, everything, and the same day you must pay down your 10% and show so you have the balance, whether in cash or by a pre-approval letter to the auctioneer, and you're good to go. If it don't sell there, so it goes to private treaty. And this is where other real estate agents get involved who don't have an auction license. So other real estate agents like Tonian who don't have an auction license can now also put in an offer for you to the bank. Or if you know which bank it is, you can probably go to the bank direct and put in an offer to the bank to get the property. That's private treaty. That's the second step. The third step is foreclosure. And that is where the bank, they've gone to auction, nobody buys it. It's out for private treaty all 6 months, 1 year, nobody buys it. Them get tired of it now and them just foreclosure. So them go to the courts, do what they need to do, prove to the court that they've been trying to do this, blah, 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 blah. No. At auction and at private treaty, the owners still can either sell the property themselves, and even if the bank sells the property on the auction or private treaty, the owner can still redeem the equity in the house. So let us say you owe the bank 8 million and the bank sold it for 30 million. You can get the difference between 30 million and 8 million plus expenses. So you can get that difference as an owner if it is at the auction stage or the private treaty stage. But if you ever met them reach the foreclosure stage, so the foreclosure stage is where the bank actually puts their, so them kick off your name off of the title. Literally.
Can they do that?
Yeah, literally kick off.
I think they just add their name.
Not with your name on it. Your name is still on the title, because in Jamaica, them just keep going down the line with it. But at the very last entry now says that the bank owns the property. And when the bank owns the property and they sell it, you're not getting 1 cent. So the aim is, if you do get into the auction block or the private treaty block, suggest you call somebody like me or Tony and quickly to sell this property. Because usually the bank really just wants to get rid of it and they may take a lower offer. And you don't want them to go to foreclosure. You don't want them to go to foreclosure, guys. Remember. All right. The great Carlos Hill probably in his cell watching this live and laugh out loud. He's in jail. I didn't know that, though. He went to jail for this. Oh,
who's Carlos Hill?
The person who owns Cash Plus.
Oh.
Sharon wants to know any new housing schemes coming up. The only one I know of now is Brunswick. So Brunswick have a scheme in some apartments. 21 million for the 1 bed. Something like that. Somewhere there. 20 something for the 1 bed. And which one a new one coming up?
The only things I know of are wrapping up.
They're wrapping up. I mean, on this side, well, we have Palmetto Pines, that's new. Who else is in Spanish Town now?
They want some in Spanish Town?
No. I'm just thinking of the different parishes and if there are developers out there. Something new should be coming in St. Anne. It don't open up yet, though. I know Proven is in Ocho-Rios doing some apartments, no? But I understand those are sold out.
Sol, I think it's
Sol Harbor, I think it's called. So Monica says, I think so as well. 2-year-olds can't read. Yeah. 28 million is a 28 million. Yeah, is a overkill, man. Gosh. Why am I telling you, picnic? No. Everything has gotten so much higher and higher. School fees went up. Everything went up. Boy, Miss Davis getting a Camelot, but NHT won't come in time for the deadline. Should I use a bank only so I don't miss out? Yes, of course.
What she's saying,
If
her
you need a mortgage
NHT
officer, let me know. Send me a WhatsApp. Me send you a mortgage officer ASAP.
Oh, her NHT not ready?
Look like our NHT not ready.
Oh.
You're gonna miss the deadline. Don't miss the Camelot doing that, may I tell you. Make NHT go on.
Right. But there is something that it depends on how far out your NHT is from when the Camelot needs it. There's this thing that the bank does now with NHT. So like
yes, you get a bridge loan.
Yeah.
There was a client of ours who got that. How it work again? So let us say your NHT is gonna be ready in December, Allison. And your
Camelot ready now.
Camelot ready July. Or maybe 3 months out. There's a period though when it has to be out. Maybe 3 months. And I think it can be beyond that. So you come along, we're already September, and it's already July. You can get a bridge financing. Was it Scotia he used? No, was it?
It was
JN?
No, it was First Global.
First Global. We know anybody at First Global? We don't know anybody. We need to find somebody. Seriously.
I know the agent our client used.
You know the agent. Right. All right. So Alice send us a WhatsApp. Make Tony send it the agent. So they use a bridge loan. So let us say you must get 7.5 from NHT. First Global bridge the loan. Give them the loan for the 3 months or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You pay the interest. You pay First Global for their money. And then NHT take over after that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony. Never remember that. But if the bridge loan will work for you, try and make it work for you. If you're within 3 months, it's supposed to can work for you. Mm-hmm. Property tax is at 3 minutes in the video, 30 minutes. Which video that you sent them for property tax 30 minutes in the video?
Oh, we did last week. Week before.
So what about the 2 minutes video that we did for property tax?
That doesn't show the step by step.
Oh, it doesn't show the step by step. More the step by step.
Right.
Some children may be ready, others no. One size don't fit all.
That's with the reading.
That's a reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. My daughter Rachel was reading at 2.5, but Tony was more reading at like 3.5. Xander is now 2.5. I should have him reading by 3. It's gonna be 3 in October. Mm-hmm. Hopefully I can get him there by 3, but I definitely have to get him there before age 6. For sure. You have to get him there before age 6.
I feel like if you're age 6 and not reading, like everything else is just so hard because all these books have words.
Yeah, man, difficult, man. Everything is difficult. Janet says, okay, I learned something new. That's who asked us about Camelot?
No, maybe the bridge financing.
Oh, the bridge. Okay, my NHT is ready. I want to tell them, no, sir, the clients teach us a lot of these things. The first time I learned about contribution refund towards deposit was a client who was buying the first Portmore house that I sold. She was the one who told me about contribution refund towards deposit. So what that is with NHTs, all the contributions that you made up to within the last 2 years of you taking the loan. So let us say you want to take this loan now in 2023. So everything up to 2021 that you contributed to the National Housing Trust, they will give it back to you to use as part of your deposit or closing costs. So I've had clients who get like 300,000, 500,000, some serious money, and they use it towards a deposit or closing costs. So that's that one. Contribution refund towards deposit. All right, Tony, want to start the list on land banking. Any developments in Ocho Rios? Yes. Soul Harbor, Proven.
Paradisia.
Miami Bay is coming too, but that is with the Chinese. I don't know if they're selling to the public, but that's coming. You may have missed out on who still have property. Landswood. If you want a Landswood, you can let us know. 36 million for the 3 beds. Paradisiac is also still selling.
Azure is still selling?
Azure is still selling. They're in Discovery Bay, where Camelot is. And Camelot is selling. We're reselling a Camelot at 46 million if you want a Camelot. Mm-hmm. 2 beds, 2 baths, come with water tank, come with AC. What does it come with? Water tank, AC. You get your solar water heater on top. You get land space to do your addition. And you get an uninterrupted view of the sea. Key. I tell the people that live at Camelot, Bossy. They have sea view. that the others don't have. So Paradise don't have sea view. Some places of Richmond have sea view, some don't. But a lot of houses in Camelot have uninterrupted view of the sea, can I tell you? So where I am in Camelot. So Tony don't go as often as me because she not drives. So I'm ever say at my house. Cause me when I always down there cheap. I'm trying to drag her to come with me next week. I can sit on my veranda and just look at the ships pass all day. I can if I don't have anything to do. But it's a nice subdivision, Camelot. So Marilyn says she's interested too. You can write that down. Oh, you have already, Scott. Mm-hmm. So those of you just jumped in. So I'm setting up a subdivision course that is how to do land subdivision in Jamaica. And I'm going to be teaching that course online. So I was saying, who is interested? It's going to be a paid course. So who is interested, you can send me a WhatsApp, say you're interested, or you just drop it here. We'll look back for your handle. So you send me a WhatsApp, I'll have your number, your email address, so I can email it to you. How do I get a list of development in Ochi? In Ochi. You have to go on any one of the websites, Colonial Banker, any one of them, Colonial Banker, Remax, any one of those. My website don't have the feed. So you can go on them, put in Ocho Rios, and just search and you will see the developments.
Or search broader like St. Anne developments.
Yeah, St. Anne.
Because some of them aren't exactly in Ocho Rios. So just
to St.
minutes outside of Ocho.
Yeah, just a St. Anne. All right. All right, we can probably start now. You're done with those questions. Mm-hmm. So you can keep questions coming while I do the presentation.
Let's see if I can add this.
I need to look for some land in St. Anne next, but the lands are now like, the prices are like, Tony, the prices are crazy in St. Anne now.
Yeah, but that's just because you're just looking at them. Like maybe like a year from now, it's gonna be like the norm. But because we just had the price increases,
they're crazy.
It seems high, but
they're crazy.
Taper off. It's like when inflation starts to rise. After a while, you just get used to the inflated prices.
Oh man, rough. All right, so those of you just joining, thank you for joining us. If it's your first time here, thank you so much. Really appreciate you joining. I'm Claudia Davis, and my number is 292-6776. I'm a real estate broker in Jamaica. I do sales, rentals, leases, and auctions. Tony Ann is beside me. Her number is 370-8138. She's a real estate salesman, and her license allows her to sell, rent, and lease property. All right, so the quote for the week is, you want to read that for me, Tony?
Sure. The wise young man or wage earner of today invests his money in real estate. Andrew Carnegie.
Andrew Carnegie. He's one of the persons that you will hear about when we do Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. You can Google him, Andrew Carnegie. Powerful man in his day. So if he's saying this, the wise young man, mean as you start working, not when you reach my age, everybody. As you start work, and you're a wage earner, you would invest your money in real estate, not in anything else but real estate. He also says 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate. That's what he says. I believe him. 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate. You're probably saying, oh, but look at those people on Amazon and them own what else? You name it.
Yeah, but they know Amazon can disappear in a day. That's why they own real estate behind it.
But I'm sure them own real estate behind it, guys.
Mm.
One day somebody might just decide to throw something in the satellite or throw something in the what you call it. Everybody who is digital money just flap out.
Or new technology comes and make Amazon obsolete.
Yeah.
Like, look at Blockbusters. That was the biggest way to get movies at home. And then Netflix came. What happened to Blockbusters now?
What is Blockbusters?
When you used to go there and you buy you rent the VHS for the night.
Oh yeah.
And you carry it back the next day.
I carry it back the next day. That was Blockbusters. No, you just sit down in your living room, click.
And pay a little subscription.
Yeah, Blockbusters obsolete.
Right.
God. All right, so T. Harv Eker says, don't wait to buy real estate and wait. So true. So profound. I say a lot of persons wait. They come and they look, even the Palmetto Pines, them come and them look and them spin, and them don't come back and say, I know when the road come in, and you see it look pretty, you're gonna run come next.
Yeah.
You're gonna run and come. I know. I sell new subdivisions all the time. And I see it. New subdivisions, I sell them all the time. Even to this day, people still ask me about the one we sold in St. Mary. What's it called? One for Mr. Scott. Tranquility Glades. Because I think we still have some videos. Person still asks about Tranquility Glades. Tranquility Glades sold out at 13 million up to, what was it, 18 million? I'm trying to remember. Can easily sell now for 30 million. So don't wait.
Got a lot of land
space. A lot of land space. Don't wait to buy real. Plus, when I was selling them, the road never fixed. One day me go up there and say, oh land, the whole road fixed from the main. I was like, back. Even me myself vex me never buy one. Because I went there every day and I could have just said, put all your money in Claudia, put all your money.
I think we did encourage you to do it.
Yeah, but I don't know, I was hesitant. If I didn't know what I know, if I know then what I know now.
Wait.
It's amazing how a little 2 years can make a difference. So don't wait. Don't wait.
2 years though.
No, I said 2 years. What a knowledge.
Oh.
Don't wait to buy real estate, guys. Buy real estate and wait.
But I think if an opportunity comes in front of you, I think you should just take it.
Which is what I call the low-hanging fruit.
You can regret it afterwards, but take it.
If the low-hanging fruit is in front of you, just grab it. So you're living in a house and them say, oh, I'm ready for sale. And the man say 10 million and you can't afford it. Just buy it. Don't bother say, oh, the price too high. And
the biggest one, the tenants always say, but the house won't fix.
Yeah. You live in a house and the house won't fix. You're paying rent and the house won't fix. But you're not ready to put all your money to buy it because you're saying, oh, but the house won't fix. Really, guys? Yeah, I see that one. Another quote by John Stuart Mill. Landlords grow rich in their sleep without working. Really, John Stuart, you think so? In your sleep. No, you have to do some work when you're a landlord. That one, you still have to do a little work, but not as much, right?
You have to do some work at the start, and you have to do some work in between.
Yeah.
But the heavy work, where you have to work every day to pay rent, is not there.
It's not there, right.
So that headache that you get when you're a renter, and have to try and meet your rent every month, and you really have no place to permanently live. That's what I think. That's why landlords sleep better.
Landlords grow rich in their sleep without working. Marshall Field. Those of you live in the States know Marshall department store, I think. This is the owner, Marshall Field. Buying real estate is not only the best way, the quickest way, the safest way, but the only way to become healthy. Marshall Field, I tell you that. It's not selling of clothes and jewelry and all of those things, you do it, but you still have to convert the money to real estate, right?
All those things are bringing an income.
Right. The wealth is in the land. So buying real estate is not only the best way, the quickest way, the fast, the safest way, and the only way but it's the only way to become healthy.
Wealthy.
You
know, he didn't say it was the fastest way.
He said it. He says the quickest way.
Oh, he did.
It's the quickest way. Because if you're broke and on the money, it's the quickest way. I'm telling you. If you don't have no money for go start a business, for go do this, for go do that, it is the quickest way. And why is it the quickest way, guys? Because of something I discussed in my earlier videos. Something called leverage.
Yeah.
Leverage. is what real estate have going for it.
But you know what I don't understand? If when you first start your little work and you work for 1 year and your company throwing the NHT, you right there, because of that leverage, you can be a millionaire with your first house.
Yeah.
On paper.
On paper. You can be a millionaire.
Why more people don't move towards it.
You can be a millionaire if you sell the property. I don't know. I think it's because I just don't know. And you see, a lot of persons think. So those of you who live in your house, like how my daughter's living with my house, with my grandson, everybody's here. Who will think, oh, I don't need to buy any house. Oh, I live with grandma and I live with mommy and I don't need to buy any house. But what I do is take them NHT and buy the house. Because them not things ever buy the house. So if you're a grandmother, you're a mother, you're a father, take them NHT, put some money with it and buy the property. Them still I live with you, you know, because my children still live with me. So do my grandchildren. And if me have some great grand and probably they'll live same place too. Because these children have stick to it. Why not still live here? Them don't want to move out.
Well, if we move out, who's gonna live with you?
All right. No, don't say that, Tony. You live here because it's just simple. Yeah. Life is easy.
It's simpler for you too.
Yeah, it is.
We're going to create two separate problems if we move out.
Yeah, two separate problems.
Because I still gonna have to come here. You never move out.
Yeah, you still gonna have to come. I said, Tony, what's for dinner? All right, I'm coming over. So buying the real estate is not only the best way, the quickest way, the safest way, but the only way to become wealthy, guys. Marshall Fields said it. All right, Franklin D. Roosevelt. Y'all know Franklin D. Roosevelt as well. Real estate cannot be lost or stolen, nor can it be carried away. Purchased with common sense, paid for in full, and managed with reasonable care. It is about the safest investment in the world.
I love that.
I love it. Franklin.
Well worded.
Yes, yes. Cannot be lost or stolen.
Can be lost. And
cannot be carried away.
Can be stolen. If you don't have reasonable care.
Yeah. But him said, managed with reasonable care. Mm-hmm. It is and purchased with common sense. Common sense, you know. Common sense, you know. Never say capital, you know. Right? Mm-hmm. It's about the safest investment in the world, guys. Franklin D. Roosevelt. So the word of the week is land banking. Give me a thumbs up, those of you who have heard me talk about land banking. Tony, tell me the comments. Tell me something you know about land banking. I've spoken about it. Those of you who have been following me for a while, I've talked about it before. I've explained it before. What is land banking to you now? How you coin your version of land banking? Tell me. Any comments yet?
No, not
yet. You think land banking is a good thing based on what you know? Or I have totally new persons on the live today. I don't have my old stalwarts on the live today. Everybody fall asleep?
No, I don't think so. There's usually a delay.
There's a delay. Do banks loan money for buying land to subdivide?
And sell.
No, they don't, unfortunately.
You have to buy cash.
That was how we got the one. That was how we got the Portland one. Because the lady who first us in the offer went to the bank for the loan, told them that she was going to subdivide it. And they turned down the loan, guys. You have to buy the land cash. Bank comes in after. Them only come in when you're profit, when you're ready for show some profit. That's when them come in. Ready to proceed? Nobody knows about land banking.
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised. What is land banking? What is land banking?
Oh, here's some answers.
Developer buy land for future plan. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Zanake says she has heard me spoken about land banking before.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Talk about it all a while in my other videos. So let's go. Definition of land banking. So traditionally, land banking usually describes a situation where Someone buys a plot of land to develop at some point in the future. In the meantime, the land is considered to be held in their land bank. So, as a family, you have lots of families who have land, right? More than one parcel of lands. So
Right.
that's in their land bank.
Like the queen.
Right. So they might say, all right, this is a land that we're going to develop in 2025. And then after that, we're going to do 2030, we're going to do that. So I can imagine developers here in Jamaica. So they buy the land in advance and they hold on to it for future development, right?
Right. Hori says it's buy land to hold.
Buying land to hold, right? So land banking is a practice of aggregating parcels of land for future sale or development. Now, while in many countries land banking may refer to various private real estate investment schemes, in the US it refers to the establishment of quasi-governmental county or municipal authorities tasked with managing an inventory of surplus land. Now, back in the day, you can read up on it. In the States and I think in England, they had a lot of land all over the place. The government and the municipality, meaning the area, who's in charge of this particular area. So like KSAC, Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation in Jamaica, they're in charge of lands in parcels for in St. Andrew, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they might have the Portland Parish Council. They're in charge of lands in Portland, right? So they're supposed to manage it. So they may look at it and say, all right, we have this land, let us do a subdivision on it, let us do that on it, but they're responsible for managing it, right?
I guess they're who NHT would go to if they're trying to find parcels to develop to.
Right. Or they will go to the Commissioner of Lands, who actually owns the lands for the government of Jamaica. So it is where you buy land, you hold it some point for future development or future sale. So you don't have to do no development on it. Can be for future sale, everybody. All right. So this one was from wikipedia.org. Now, land banking. So for me personally, land banking was all about, I wanted to save some money. Land banking seemed like a good option. So why land banking for me? I want to save some money. And I want to save in something that will outlive me. No. You have some banking institutions in the world that are way older than me. I mean, NCB, Scotia, for one. But you also have some banks that came and them gone. Mm-hmm. Like Workers Bank in Jamaica, bloops, off the charts. IVB, bloops, gone. I could name about 5 banks in Jamaica that just went like that.
Bloops and gone.
Bloops and gone. So you had your money in them? No money. Stand up at the bank, don't worry about it. So I wanted to save this money in something that will outlive me, and definitely land will outlive me, right? Mm-hmm. Even if a billionaire is it on it, it will outlive me too.
They couldn't easily just steal it.
Right. I want to be able to see the money. Now remember, this is me now. Why land banking for me? I want to see it. So when I pull up in front of a piece of land that I own, or pull up in front of a building, and I spend 4 million to build it, and maybe 2 million to buy the land, mm-hmm. I can see the 6 million right there in front of me. Instead of looking at a piece of paper with my account balance on my computer these days. I'm not even give paper again. They give you on computer screen.
Or when investor to show you a balance of X when it's really Y in your account.
Yeah, Tony, classic. I'm getting a statement and say, this is what you have enough. But not go sir. I really $2 you have in the account, and they must show you statements at $10. Not me. I want to see the money, guys. See it literally, not figuratively, literally. 4, I want to use the money while it's growing. Yeah. So you buy a piece of land for 2 million. It's now valued at 6 million. You can go to the bank and take an equity out of it and use that money. And you still own the land. And it is still growing in value.
But you can actually physically go and use the land too.
And you can physically use the land by doing what? Plant some coconut on it and sell. Where you use the land for? Make it grow. Can lease it to people. What else?
You can put a building on it.
You can put a building on it if you want. While and it is still growing. The value, all of that is still growing. You can put a parking lot on it. Yeah.
So places parking lot is good money.
Good money. Mm-hmm. I want the money to grow with inflation. Yeah. Real estate throughout history, hands down, is the only investment that will grow with inflation, everybody. Hands down. I can bank on it. Somebody will test me on that. Tell me so not go so Miss Davis. Put it in the chat. So Miss Davis, a liar tell. Not go so. Real estate is the only, and even if it have some fluctuations, like in the depression that somebody asked me about, it's gonna go right back up there with the inflation. So a piece of real estate that was maybe 2 million in a depressed time of 2008, now come up back, rise up. If you still have it, it rise up back like a phoenix, and it is still now at 20 million like everything else. Huh? Mm-hmm. How marvelous is that?
What I like though is sometimes you buy a little bush land.
Mm-hmm.
Etc. You put it down. 10 years pass.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there's a road or infrastructure
there. And all of a sudden your bushland our developer just come drop something beside. I mean, then all of a sudden, your bushland is now. It's like we looked at a land on the same St. John's Road. Lady wanted 10 million. We could easily subdivide this into 9 lots. We just couldn't come up with the money. Boom, here comes the development. Tony. I mean, I tell you guys. 6, I want the money to be insured. Now, this is what y'all don't get. So you have 10 million in the bank. Jamaica government says only 1.2 million insured. So one to the rest. One to the 8.8 million. It can just last and you have no insurance to cover it.
So like you need to go find 8 other banks to go put that in.
No, but it's throughout all banks. So
all your money is throughout all other banks?
1.2 million.
Out of all your money?
Yes, and it's not every bank. You better check the list and see which banks are insured. Right?
My word.
So
that don't make sense to put your money in paper then.
So me, I prefer, if me have 10 billion, I prefer buy $10 billion piece of land all about the place. The whole Jamaica, if it come to that, right? So I want the money to be insured because the stock's not insured. The bond is not insured. The treasury bill. Well, some always love that.
Yeah, man, but
the Ponzi scheme that they love to put your money.
But what if you're like Bolt, who's just earning like so much money? Like
I would listen to me. Would I buy every house in a Camelot?
I know he's trying to buy real estate and do his rental thing, but I don't think he can spend the money fast enough. It just ends up piling up in the bank.
I would not even build a building. Take too long. I would have walked in a Mr. Gore office as a Mr. Gore. I want 50 of them houses. I see the money there. Then I walk go down to Mr. Matalan and I say, Mr. Matalan, this is wicked. I say, I want 50 of these townhouses. Here's the money. Then I run over to the North Coast. I say, Richmond, how much house I going to build next? I say, I build 100. I say, give me all of them. See, here's the money. I kid you not, guys. I would not even build a building.
Every year, I would do that.
Yes, I would have just buy house all boat. I mean, I tell the truth, you know. I would just put in a manager and say, rent them here. Rent them. When we need some money for spend, I'm going to sell 2 and 3 of them. I kid you not.
Well, so much money when coming in rent.
All that.
Because the houses are bought cash.
Yeah.
Other than a little
maintenance. And you're going to still have rent money, make a buy again. That's all me that do. I'm going to tell my children the same thing. I say, listen, the rent money I come in, spend half of it. The other half, buy more. The richest man in Babylon teach you that. It teaches you that too. You understand? He's the richest man in Babylon student, you know. So that's why I would do that. You understand? No. There's a story in the richest man in Babylon that says after the man save up his money. So like Mr. Bolt, save up his money. Him go give to an investor for go buy some jewelry. And the man come back with pure glass. Because the man don't know nothing about jewelry. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So me I give to the builder them tried and true Gore, Wiccan, Matalan, Chemtech, what's out the big? Richmond, on the North Coast. That is no, they have a funny name, Mara, something like that. Yeah, I would just say, give me all 50. Here is the deposit, the 10% deposit.
And them know the money short.
And them know the money short. Go ahead. Waste no time for building no building sky high up in the sky. Hell no. Because you're banking on, first of all, you're banking on all those floors being rented. Any downturn in the economy, the first thing that drops out of the sky is the high, is the commercial. Then the high, and I wouldn't buy no high price apartment either. I would look for all of the low income and mid income property them and buy them up and then rent them out back.
I know, because when it comes to real estate, more is better.
More is better. I want the money to be insured, plus it's insured. So if there's an earthquake, a hurricane, anything like that, the money is insured. When you put your money in the bank and you have it in there, it's not insured. 1.2 million is all that's insured, right? So, a little tricky. But that's what I would do. And I would teach my children that same strategy. And my grandchildren, just do that. You can't broke for life. You always a roll. You're rolling on any Porsche or any whatever, because that richest man in Babylon teach you that. Him say, if you put it out, get more slaves, bring in more money. When we do the richest man in Babylon, guys, you will understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Land banking, low maintenance cost. All you have to do is like cut the grass. Sometimes you don't even have to do that. Because some people try, so we had some like Newport. Every time we got have some cow. We have the cow. One of the time the cow all around with the bull around with the. And I actually went the first time a place I went and I got grass cow lice or whatever them call it. Because the man next door, I said the place pretty, not grow up nor nothing, because the cow them maintain the land. Never had to do a thing. Never had to do a thing to it, right? So low maintenance cost. I don't talk about property tax, because the property tax in Jamaica is so low, you pay that and you close your eye, pay that, you forget it. I want it safe, not easily stolen, right? Now, persons can take away your property if you're careless. Remember earlier we said it must be reasonably taken care of, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're careless, you don't pay attention, you allow people to move onto your property, you allow them to adverse possess you.
How many years is that, Mo?
That's 12 years. So you have to be really careless if somebody adverse possess you. It means you have not looked at this property in 12 years. You never see the people that move on by the land. Come on, guys. So it's reasonably safe.
I can see that happening to second-hand owners, though.
Yeah, the second and third generation, right? Mm-hmm. That don't know about the property. That's why you have to make sure that they know. It's not easily stolen unless you're really careless. Me, I'm a control freak. So I want control. I want to be in control. I don't want to put the money in the bank and I don't know what I'm doing with it, and I don't know if I really have it, and I don't know nothing.
And the thing too is, when you purchase property and you get your letters of possession, you're really in control of what happens to this land afterwards.
Yeah. You're in control of it. You go there, you cut the grass, you paint the house, you live in it or you don't live in it. You can rent it out. You're in control. Tenant not pay the money, run them out. You're in control of the property. You can raise your rent, you can lower the rent, you can sell it back.
You're not going to run out of tenants. You're going to give them a notice.
You give them a notice to leave. But you're in control, right? Mm-hmm. Unlike the bank now, who you say, okay, put some money for a fixed deposit. And you go in there to get it. Anybody ever go into the bank, your money on fixed deposit, they might tell you, boy, you can't get it. You can't get it. Why you can't get it? Oh, because you're closing it before the time. Oh, and it's going to attract a penalty. Yeah, they might penalize you, you know. You give them your money, you know. And they're supposed to give you some interest on it. And because you're ready for your money before the time, the people then penalize you for taking out this money, your own money, guys. They're penalizing you for taking out your own money. Who thinks that is so? I'm like, where did these banks get these rules from?
Oh, wait, they need your money to leverage other people. So you can't take it out fast.
They penalize you. Oh my God. So I want control. I like land banking because trust me, I have no money to lend anybody. All of the money type into the land.
Not easy to lend, or you can't lend the land.
No. It's easy. You can't cut through jelly tree or jelly coconut off, right? Or you can guava grow or something. But you want $1 million to borrow, me now have it to tie up in the land. Right? And likewise it's not easy to spend. So me can't willy-nilly go spend it on vacation and go spend 2-3 million on vacation and gone. Right? It's not easy to spend it either like that. Right? And land banking for me makes me sleep easy at night. When I'm in stock market or anything like that, I don't sleep very well because I'm jittery. Every morning I get up and I feel boom, boom, the stock drop today. Boom, did it go up today?
But
it's nerve wracking.
You don't get a rush and excitement.
No.
When you're in your 20s.
No. Land banking is slow
and
steady. I don't have to worry about it. I just am good, comfortable. I know say I sleep, I'm gonna wake up. You guys will have it. No problem. Zaven and Xander will have it. No problem. Because it will outlive me and you.
I think people like the stocks because they think it's quick money.
It's quick money, yes, but you always have to be working. If you think you know work, go buy some stocks and you know work. Go buy some stocks and then you will know work.
Well, you should buy some stocks then.
Probably should.
With a little
excitement in our life. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're still talking about
stocks with Xander.
We still we can't grow a portfolio for them as well. Lot Tony nerve wracking. I bet I'm gonna take the loan and gonna do what I'm gonna do now. I bet I'm just someone want to say 43,000 a month. So now if I have 43,000 a month, would I go buy stocks? Or would I do what I'm now going to be saying that should be done, can be done? Would I take the 43,000 every month and go gamble it in stocks? So every single month I take up 43,000 and I look at the stock market and I buy some stocks. Who you think I go fare out better?
The land, but you'd have to be either getting dividends worth of 43,000 every month out of the stocks, or you're making profits that you can pull off 43,000 every month for it to be saving, right?
Which stock are gonna do that? None.
No, you have to have like a whole portfolio of
but there is no stock that going to pay you that much dividend that you can even live off. First of all, you need 43,000 every month. Mm-hmm. Right? So you have 43,000 every month. I can tell you some months somebody are gonna borrow the 43,000.
True.
And some months you same one have the discipline and you're gonna say, sure. Roll up in a Burger King, man. Call up my friend and treat them. $10,000, boom, gone out of the 43. And you run go a beach. And you back up 10,000 again for fry fish, bami, and this and that. Every month, something is gonna happen where that 43,000 dwindles.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Every month. That I can tell you. Anybody that ever happened to anybody, tell me if it happened to the guys. So yeah, try see 43,000 for 30 years as well. Who have a discipline to say 43,000 for 30 years? All right, so no, I read the book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? That book, that was a book that really taught me about this whole real estate thing. That book is by Robert Kiyosaki. That's one of the books we study in the book club as well. So I found a property, apartment. I think it was 2006. I was trying to remember when I was writing this, I was really too lazy to go get the file. But if my memory serves me, I think it's 2006. The property was 2.8 million. It was an apartment in New Kingston. 2.8 million.
That was low for the time?
Yeah. 2.8 million. Property. New Kingston was selling for about 4 million at the time for this one bedroom. But I saw this in the Gleaner like today is Sunday. 2.8 million. Tony and I jump on a taxi, run go look on the place. I say, yes, I want it. Remember Tony?
Mm-hmm. Vaguely, but yeah.
You remember? New Kingston.
You're in.
40. I was 40 at the time. So
you're 40?
Yeah, I was 40. In 2006, I was 40. So the deposit at the time was 280,000. Never have no money. So I looked at the place the Sunday, like today, and I saw it in the paper. I never had my car, so I taxi would jump on and go down there. I walked into Scotia the Monday morning. I said, Scotia, I need, when I go reaching at the loan officer office, I say, I never have not talk English. I say, I need a loan right now for pay up on an apartment. The man start to laugh, just like how me I laugh now. You say, have a seat, man. I say, I don't even want to sit down if you not give me the money, I know. But me have the same apartment 2.8, and I need 10%. I need 280,000 for borrow. For go deposit on the apartment.
So you didn't even know that you will get a mortgage or anything?
Of course, I know some will get mortgage. I know all of that, man. But I not a deposit. I have to clear the deposit first.
Oh.
Yeah. So I said, sit down and have a seat. So I'm introduced me to something named Scotia Plan Loan. And I've since had clients send clients into Scotia to get this loan and used it as them deposit. I still do it today.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a Scotia Plan Loan. Even me take one the other day too for the same thing. 280,000. So you borrow it and you pay it back. This is a loan that you have to pay back. You have 5 years. That's the maximum time you get to pay back the loan. So you can pay back in a 1 year, 2 years, up to 5 years. I chose 5 years at the time. So I got the deposit. I said I need it now. And this is a loan, guys. The time you have pay slip, you walk with your pay slip, walk whatever, you just sign, you get it booming in your bank account the next day. 280,000. But guess what? I'm such a good customer of Scotia, right? Guess I think me and them boss customer now. So if I happen to be in Scotia, I can walk up to the teller and say, just check the account there for me and check my account and see if any loan offering is there for me. And of course, lo and behold, there is a loan offering there for me all the time. That last one I used was for my daughter who was doing civil engineer at UE. I needed a loan because I was wanting to finish pay her school fee as the final year. The JAMVAT pay for them part, which is the government of Jamaica, under Jamaica Values and Attitude, they paid 30%. And I needed to find my 70%. And this money was 10,000 US at the time. And I walked into Scotia and I was there and I was to the man say, any loan offering on there? I said, yes. I said, what? There was the money I could go pay it, right? So Scotia is good like that. So you use the money, you pay it back, boom, them send you back a thing to say you have a loan, or you can walk up to the teller and ask them to check and it's right there. Or they may give you a credit card or something. So I walked into Scotia and I got it. Scotia Plan Loan. The very next day it landed in my account. The monthly payment on that at the time was 7,000 Jamaican dollars. Interest rate was about 15%, I think, at the time. So I needed now to borrow the 2.520. So I borrowed that from JN Bank. So we borrowed the 280 for the loan, for the deposit. Then we borrowed 2,520 from JN Bank to close the sale. When we closed the sale, Tony and I went there. Oh, tell me if you remember this day now. Went there and was cleaning the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And the man from downstairs, Mr. Hawk, run upstairs and say, it's raining in the bathroom. You remember that?
Yes.
The man fly up the stairs, because it's an apartment. Fly up, was it raining? What's happening here? What's happening? I said, raining? I said, when we come look. When we go down there and look, the bathrooms are over each other. So we're cleaning the bath, and there is a leak. And it is leaking in this man's bath.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Lord have mercy, what is it, Father? But guess what? Then and then it dawned on me the reason why the apartment was so cheap was because this poor lady, no plumber could figure out the problem. Mm-hmm. Right? But of course, I did a plumbing course at Hart. So, plumbing is my thing. Anyway, I looked and I checked. I see where them silicone up the whole bath and the floor and everything. So I said, no, man. If this is leaking, it must be leaking through the waste. Because everywhere silicone up in our site, not leaking on the sides or the floor or anything. I said, it has to be leaking through the waste. So I called my plumber, Johnny. I said, Johnny, got this. Johnny tear out everything. I will got it. So right, it was the waste. The waste had a crack. That was what was leaking.
So she had just renovated the bathroom.
If she had just renovated the bathroom,
just taken out that
tub, she would have found it. Anyway, when I took out the tub and everything, he said, no, so let me just renovate the whole thing. So I did that. But I had to go back to Jamaica National and borrow 300,000. So I borrowed an extra 300,000 from Jamaica National to do the renovations, right? So I now owed Jamaica National 2.820 for that. My monthly on that was 29,000 Jamaican dollars. Those of you who know loan amortization calculator can use a calculator to double check the numbers. So my mortgage was, I had a 5-year mortgage on 280,000, paying 7,000 at Scotia Plan loan. Also have a $2.820 million loan from JN Bank, paying 29,000. So my total mortgage is 36,000. Also have a maintenance fee of 6,000. So I'm in 42,000 per month. That's my loan. I have to pay all of that. 42,000 per month. All right. So I managed to rent the place for 80,000 per month. Actually rented to a student for 80,000, coming out of Turks and Caicos for 80,000 per month. So watch this now. Some of you going to talk about, oh, Miss Davis, if we're going to pay so much mortgage, we're going to pay 3 times for the place. Love said that to me. So when you buy the place at 2.8 million, yeah, so we jump on the loan amortization, you're going to see it. You're going to probably pay maybe 3 times the 2.8 million for real, between the interest or whatever else. But I managed to sell this property 4 years later for 6.5 million. Can you believe it? How much you think that property is valued now if I never did sell it? How much did I sell it for now?
But I don't get it. This wasn't during cash link owning debacle.
It was. But what have to do with me? You know, in a cash place plus I own it. Me not real estate. Me I tell you, me not real estate. So that not bother me, guys. 6.5 million. Remember, people always buy property. They have need somewhere to live. Mm-hmm. That is a business that will be here forever. Right? So tell me, sell it for 6.5. Paid out the 2.8 that I borrowed. Because remember, when I'm selling 4 years later, I'm still owe Jamaica National all of the money. All I was paying was interest. Well, not me paying it, but the tenant. Oops. Let you go back. So my net out 3.7. Well, not really 3.7. Maybe net out 3.5. Because I would have had some. Well, I didn't pay a real estate agent because I am a real estate agent. So I didn't pay myself. But basically, that's what we net out. I will roll it back into another property. Now, look at that. I didn't have any money. Do I have any money in this deal, everybody? Look real closely and tell me, how much money did Claudia have in the deal?
Well, at the start, none.
Now, Tony, let the people answer. What you answer? Let them answer. How much money did Claudia have in the deal? Everybody.
What you had was a good payslip.
Had a good payslip. Yeah. How much money? At the time I was working for the garbage company. How much money do I have in the deal, everybody? Them answer yet?
I don't think people realize the power of a payslip, you know.
Yeah. And I must stop cussing the boss. Mm-hmm.
Do you know of any land management company that do maintenance to help prevent trespassers?
Oh, no, I know.
So they're suggesting that they fence around the land, put up a no trespassing sign, and watch it like a hawk.
Right.
I even put up some solar powered cameras on the land.
Yeah.
Those people who own land don't value it as much.
They don't value it. Yeah. So,
but that's how much business, you know, have somebody who just manages land.
Yeah. So how much money did I have in the deal? Now, even if, so this property today, selling, would be sold for something like 22 million. So let's do a little maths on it. Pass the calculator, Tony. So somebody tell me, let us say I did not rent the property. I just was paying my 42 or 43,000 every month. Do the maths. So it would be 43,000. So my money in the deal is 43,000 every month now. Because I rented it out, I had no money in the deal. It was a tenant paying the 43,000 plus I had a surplus, I had a cash flow as well. So if I didn't do anything but just sit on this apartment, don't rent it out, times 12, I would have paid 516,000 per month for 2000 and when I buy 2006 to 2023 is that maths? Is that 17 years? 2006, roughly. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Multiply that by 17, I would have paid 8.7 million in savings in this property. That would be my money going into the property. Remember, I just said this apartment now can be sold for 22 million, hands down. This is in New Kingston, a 1-bedroom. So 22 million, let us say you lose 10% of that. So you only get 90%, 10% because you're paying a real estate agent, you're paying a lawyer, you're paying a transfer tax, and you're paying a sale agreement and so. So let us say you lose 10%. You would have got 19.8 million minus the money you put in.
That's still good.
Yeah. And what it did for you, it forced you to save $43,000 every month.
Yep.
So not only would you have your $43,000 times 17 years, you also get a profit of $6.8 million on top of that. Now, try putting $43,000 in the bank every month for 17 years. Let me see how disciplined you are.
Can be. The only way that works is salary deduction and it going somewhere where you can't touch.
Yeah, and not only that, what you're banking on is that this place that you're putting this money is going to be around for 17 years. That's a serious chance you're taking right there. All right, so that's how I do it. Now, if you want to save 43,000, you find a property now like our Palmetto Pines land. That's 6.5 million. If you're age 20 to 30, you deposit 650,000, you borrow 5.8 million. Your monthly payment is going to be 42,886. If you're age 55, you deposit the same 650. You borrow the same 5.8. Your monthly payment is going to be 58,000 Jamaican dollars. That's you saving $58,000 a month, or you saving $42,000 per month. And you can do this for your grandchildren. So Tony, talk about the 43,000 every month. If I wanted to do this for Xander and Zave, and I'm saying I'm going to save 43,000 a month for my grandchildren, I would not be buying any stocks. I would just buy a piece of land, go borrow the money, and pay $43,000 per month. Or in my case, yeah, 58,000 per month. So that's how you do land banking, right? If you are with the NHT, the land price is the same 6.5 million. The deposit is 650K. You're gonna borrow 3.5 from NHT. You borrow 2.350 from a bank. You're gonna pay NHT 16,500 for 20 years, and you're gonna pay the bank 20,500 for the same 20 years. You're going to pay 37,000 per month. Who doesn't want to save 37,000 per month? Who doesn't want to have a piece of 3,000 square foot lot that you can go there, put up your table, put up your chair, put up your umbrella, sip your lemonade and say, "See my money here." 37,000 every month. Who don't want that? For 20 years, who don't want that? Tony, who don't want that? And guess what? You pay 37,000 every year. Let us say the land goes to 10 million. You can sell back the property and you have 3 million there that you never had before. Right? That's the power of land banking, guys. Right? So How you do land banking with NHT? This is how you do it. The Palmetto Pines, go to the website, palmettopinesja.com. So those of you who have already bought a Palmetto Pines, or reserved, I should say, reserved a Palmetto Pines, we have now marked out a 3,000 square foot lot, and we have marked out a 6,000 square foot lot. So you can, we're there on Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 12. You can come and look and see what the 3,000 lot looks like and what the 6,000 lot looks like. Now we have put houses on 3,000 square foot lot. Nice big house just the same, right? And so you may say, oh, it looks small or whatever, but can you build on all of the land? No. If you only have 6.5 million, you buy a 3,000 square foot lot, you put up a 3 or 4 bedroom house on the lot, you live your life, you get some more money, you want to sell that, you want to buy something else, put some more money on that, you move, you do that. Palmetto Pines is a gated community. You will have access to a football, 6-a-side football field, lawn tennis court. I wish I had that when I was growing up. You'll have a netball court, you'll have a basketball court, you'll have a walking trail, fully fenced right around with a security post gated in the front. Ladies and gentlemen, I would buy that over the stocks. That's what I would do. Now, I want to go to the National Housing Trust because I want to show you how to know how much you're going to qualify for under the National Housing Trust. So let me just get to that, then I'll get back to, it's 5 o'clock, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
You have more questions to be answered?
No, there's no question.
Oh, great. So let me just show you the National Housing Trust quickly. Those of you who still have your NHT, you don't use it yet. Guys, NHT is a game changer. You really need to use it. Use it. You're looking for loan calculator. Loan calculator. We're trying to change. All right. NHT is a game changer. Couldn't do it without them. And I only got 1 million from NHT. You're going to get 7.5 million now and you still can't buy a house. Come on. I got 1 million. Tony got 1.5 million.
Yeah.
And Rachel got 4.7 million. They can't more than belows. All right. So I see NHT have private treaty and public auction on their website. Those of you interested, you can go there and look if they say anything. I see them have upcoming schemes that I can't tell you. But the NHT to get called on an NHT scheme. Oh, this magazine is great to guys. You must look at this magazine that NHT puts out.
Where do you find the calculator?
Scroll down. Used to be right there. Just type in NHT loan calculator. Or you can search it there. NHT want requests from interest from developers. I need to go look at that. So Silver Sun brought out some more. It's down at bottom. Sorry. All right, so let's put in the income before tax. Let's just say you're earning 100,000 per month. So this is how you look to see how much money you are earning. Let's put it in. You're earning. How much loan, you can get. Let's put it in.
Let me see if it's showing.
Oh, it's not yet showing. All right, waiting for you to can see the screen. Here's a delay.
No, we'll have it opened in a new.
Oh, new window.
Yeah.
See the screen now, guys?
Should show shortly. Yeah, it's up now. Go ahead.
All right, so let's just say you're earning 100,000 Jamaican dollars. I'm gonna try 60,000. 60,000. How much it costs that people earn? 60,000.
I don't know.
I'm gonna try 60. 60,000. What year would they be born now?
I think the signal is poor. Somebody says they're seeing it, but not clearly.
You're not seeing it clear? You seeing it now? So those persons in call center now would probably be about 25 years old. What year would they be born in? Max. 2000 or 19. No, all right, 2000. They will be 23 years old. Would have born in 2000. All right. And they would have been, if you contributed over a year, yes. Contributing over a year. Are you a public sector? No, because you work in a call center. Hotel worker? No. You're not disabled? No. You get a loan yet? No. So you add in all of that, yes, you calculate. So the NHT is willing to give you if you earn 60,000 per month. So those of you earning 60,000 per month, you can get 7.3 million on the open market now to buy a property, 40 years to pay at 0 interest rate, and your monthly payment is $19,995. If you're buying a house lot, like you're buying a Palmetto Pines lot, you will get the 3.5 million towards it. You're going to pay over 20 years, and your monthly payment is $15,946. There's something there called service lots and scheme units. Service lot is when the NHT have the scheme and they're giving lots. So they will give you up to 4.3 if it's an NHT service lot. But if it's a Palmetto Pines like what we're selling, which is a private development, they will give you 3.5 million to purchase, to put towards the purchasing of the land, which you know is 6.5 million. And you pay back 15,946 at 0% interest rate. All right. Let me make changes to this. Now, let us say you're the same age and you earn 100,000. You're the same age. Let's calculate. NHT is still at a 3.5, but if you notice, you're paying more now. You're paying 16 million for the loan. So it suits you to take the loan when you're young. When you're young. And the 7.5 they're giving you, they'll give you 7.5 now for build and own. But you're going to be paying 21 million for this.
21,000.
21,000. All right.
Sophia just had a ha-ha moment. She's like, you had $0 in the deal.
Right. At $0, Sophia. Sophia is not smart. I just read a lot of books. There's also this other books that I bought. I just bought up the CDs the other day. It's called Carlton Sheets. He's supposed to be on digital now.
No money down.
No money down. Carlton Sheets program. He gave me a couple pointers and tips too. Carlton Sheets supposed to be still on. I've looked, but I saw the CDs when I was clearing out some books the other day, and I found the CDs, and I said, yeah, Carlton Sheets was a game changer for me. He was the one who showed me how to give notice to tenants and all of that. Carlton Sheets. I don't even know if he's still alive. But
no, he passed away.
He passed away? Okay. So let's say you're 2000, you're born 2005. Oh, that's gonna make you 28. So you still can't get the 7.5, earning 100,000, 3.5 for land, 20 years to repay, but you have you pay 16,000. But let us say you're 2005 and you only earn 60,000 same way. Calculate 60,000 per month. You still get a 3.5 at 15%. You still get 0% interest. You still get 7.3 at 19,000 per month. Every time I look at this thing, I wonder why people don't buy real estate. Why are they complaining that in the can this and the can that? Come on, man.
So let's just say about 19. Don't know. And the thing is that they're not knowing at this age, at 20, 21, 22, 23.
1995.
They're knowing when they turn 40. Sorry.
They earn 60,000. Calculate.
Excuse me a second.
Oh, need more information? Why? Oh, are you a contributor? Yes. Over a year? Yes. No. Calculate. Still I get 0. So hold on. 60,000, you get your interest, 0% interest rate, game changer, 7.3, 3 point, hold on. So when do you actually start paying interest rate?
You reach 30.
And listen now. How old do you have to be 30? 2003 minus 30. 30. Math's not good enough.
Let's figure it out.
Math's weak.
Oh, in 2013?
We're in 2023, Tony.
Oh.
Minus 30. That would be 1993. Over a year, you earn 60,000. So you're 30 now, you earn 60,000.
You need to calculate the rest of the stuff.
Parents, if you're out there, you have a child who is now 30.
Yes.
Don't have a property yet. Have them NHT. You give them the deposit and make them use them NHT. Still no interest.
Just interest on the water tank.
Yeah. 3.5 for land, 7.3 for house. Make changes. Come to it. Give me a 35-year-old.
Oh, I know. Change the money that they get.
No, I don't want to change the money. I want the cheapest money because them balls and them can't buy. I'm not getting a loan. 1983, that person is now 40.
Still no interest.
Still no interest, but you get less money now. So to build your own, open market you get 5.8. House lot is still 3.5. But you only pay 15,946.
Yeah, because the interest is based on income. So if you change this, there's interest now.
Still no interest. So come on, guys.
So why people not go buy a house?
One not go buy a house. So all the scheme house I give 11.3. You only pay 39,000. Open market 7.5. You pay 26,000.
So people up to age 40 can still do it.
Something I must be missing something. Let me see. If you earn 200,000, when you would have born, same 1983. Are you contributing? Yes. Remember, you don't buy a house yet. Over a year. No. Calculate.
Oh, so the interest.
So the interest is coming in here now. So you pay 4. So listen, the more money you earn,
and the
older you get, them start to penalize you with some interest.
Yeah, because I'm wondering if you're still young.
So you must do it when you're young, guys.
And you're earning the 200,000. Oh, so if you're young and earning 200,000, you're still going to pay interest.
Right. So the NHT is really about the low income. No, got to 2,000. Those 2,000 kids are all old now. Them are 23. They're going to pay the interest. Right, 38,000 is a pay. So you drop out of university and you earn 60,000. You still get 7.5. But you only pay what, 19,000 or something like that?
Yeah.
But you drop out of university, your first job is 200,000. You're still only getting 7.5. But you know you're going to pay 38,000 because the NHG say you have money.
Right. So it's better to get it right out of your first job.
Yes, the little fool one where in your work now. The little call center one that you're working now. You're still getting the 7.5.
Worse if you're working it while you're going to university.
Yeah, because you can do that too. So everybody, you see what I'm talking about? Scheme unit, I'm going to give them 13 million, but 66,000 is going to be a payment. House lot, you get 3.5. But if it's a service lot with NHT, you can get 7 million. Everybody, you have to know why them say public sector. So you're a public sector, your name and a title. Yes.
Public sector get a different amount?
This calculation based on the special interest rate applicable to public sector. So you still get the money if your name on the title? I don't think so.
But how come different stuff is on it now? Solar panel, home improvement. What did you make changes to?
This one says your name is on a title.
Oh.
So you can get build on own land. Because you have maybe have the land. You have the house, so you can't build on own land.
Okay.
You can get home improvement. So if you have the land already, your name on a title, that's what I chose. So you can get build on own land 3.5. You can get home improvement 3.5. You can get open market. You can get open market 3.5. This is what I need to check NHT about. Are they sure about this? Let me see if they will give me a loan. Let me see. What year am I born? 1966. Are you contributing? Yes, and I still take my money from me. How long? Over 10 years. Public sector, no. Working hotel, no. Is your name on a title? Yes. Are you certified? No. Have you already received a loan? Yes. Get a loan. How much did you borrow? 1 million. Which year was this loan? Damn. 2003?
Yeah.
What is your monthly mortgage? 0. Don't pay or no. The calculator needs one. Please provide answers in the field.
Select what was the loan.
Where is that?
The fielder.
Oh, what was the loan?
Excess offer.
The loan was build on our land. Build on our land. Calculate. Can get home improvement and I'm only give me 2.5. I guess now what time is I'm paying to make it. I may have 13 years to pay.
No, maybe that's the amount you can get.
20. Hold on, let me put in a big
Only
pay.
stop saying start over and just make changes.
Oh, yeah. Let me put a big pay and see. Then we'll give it a loan still. Everybody, this calculator is very nice to use. Public sector, name on a title, yes. Certified, no. Get a loan from NHT, yes.
Lenny says, Claudia, in addition to the Happy Venture series, you could also sign up for Reading Egg online. It was brilliant for my son. He could read basic words at 3. Reading eggs.
Write that down. Now, who told us that?
Lenny.
Lenny, thanks, Lenny. 1, 2, 3. Oh, anybody have the book? Happy Ventures series. Or anybody in England coming to Jamaica soon? In what year was the loan received? 2003. The mortgage payment, 0. Calculate. I get 2.5.
Yes.
So I probably only get 2.5, 13 years to repay, 3%, 21 million. The thing with this 2.5 million, why I wouldn't take it is because, for one thing, I'm going to have to do the home improvement on the property that they gave me the loan on.
You could take solar panels.
We already have solar panels.
Where?
Oh, solar panel. As in solar panel.
Yes, the solar panels.
Interest rate 3%, 13 years to repay, 21 million. No, the 21 million would have to be replacing the electric bill.
That's 21,000.
Sorry, 21,000 would have to replace the electric bill. And the solar panel will have to be something that I don't touch. I don't want to change the battery. I don't want to turn on the inverter. I don't want to touch anything.
Our electricity bill is lower than this now. But again, we're not like using AC or anything like that. So.
And I don't think a 2.5 solar panel can. I would take it if I could use my AC with a $2.5 million. So any of you are in AC in solar business, let me know. Nah, I'm not getting back my title 2.5. Jaja.
That's what I'm saying. Might as well try and save
2.5.
Yeah. Or get one of those loans that don't attach to your house. What are those called?
Yeah, like Scotia Plan loan. They'll give you $5 million without it being attached. But you have 5 years to repay. This is giving me 13 years to repay. The 5 years to repay is gonna be high.
No, not attached to your house.
I'll go up here, JPS. You have any more questions? All right, everybody. So I hope
No, that's it.
I hope you understood land banking. Is there anybody here who disagrees with land banking? Who thinks that you want to go back to YouTube Live? Who thinks that land banking is a waste of time? So we just showed you how to use the NHT mortgage calculator to see if you would qualify and what you would qualify for. And somebody asked earlier about NHT giving monies to buy land so that you could buy together and subdivide. And we found out that they do. Up to 21 contributors can come together, buy the land, and subdivide it. But the land can only be subdivided into a maximum of 9 lots. All right? So 2 of you can come together, 3 of you can come together, 4 of you, and so on. it could be a good business model. It can be profitable for some people too. So if you have some cash, you don't use your NHT yet, 2 of you, 3 of you, find a piece of land, use your NHT, subdivide. Is it feasible? Gosh, we'd have to find land, subdivide. Oh, yes, Sophie had 0 in the deal. In addition to happy birthday, yeah, girl. Yeah, okay. Any more questions? No more questions? Over the time on the live. But those of you who want to remember, the book club is on the 3rd, is it? Of September?
3rd of September.
Right. That's the first Sunday in September. We start at 2 o'clock. We're gonna send out that email to those members who join the book club. If you want to join the book club, send me a WhatsApp. We'll send you the link. Did you put a link in the chat? We'll send you the link. The first book we're doing is The Richest Man in Babylon. So you can go on YouTube and understand. It is there as an audio version. We go through, we read it, we discuss it, we dissect it. And those persons always come on and say, oh, it can't work, and in 2023, but here to tell you.
But nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed, guys. Book was written from
other than that we're not using gold.
Yeah, other than we're not using gold anymore, we're using paper money, right? And then very soon we'll be using digital money. So, but nothing has changed. All right. So thank you so much for coming onto the live. I learned a lot from you. I learned about this land thing with NHT today, right? We need to push it. Trying to think of a way how we could do it. It's gonna need the execution, as Tony said, finding the people to put together is a challenge. Then the next challenge is finding the land that can be subdivided. All right, but it's not a difficult hurdle to jump. All right, so thank you so much, everybody, for staying with us until 5:22. Much appreciated. And we look forward to seeing you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.